a genius predictor I am. Just kidding. I know that's true because this is not just true of family businesses, it's true of humans. We have these issues. We know what to do. It's what gets in the way between knowing what to do and taking that action. And so that's what my tool actually is here. So, first of all, hopefully that's comforting to you to know I know what to do about this. That's cool. Wow, I do at least know the first next step. I know what to do. I also know it's not that easy, right? If it was that easy, the moment from knowing what to do and then doing it, there would be no such thing as a family business advisor. There would not be research in family businesses. There wouldn't also be self-help or coaches or therapists or any of those other things on the planet. So I know there's a big world between I know what to do and I've done it. Here's what I've seen from my perspective on family business is very often the thing that stops people, whether it's an advisor to family businesses or a family business leader, the thing that stops you from taking that action is that you have the three circles in some way, shape, or form of family business on top of each other. So the three circles of family business, this comes from Harvard, is there's the business and what's going on in the business. There's that whole system. Then there's the family and the system of the family. And then the third is ownership. And often the thing that stops someone from, I know what I need to do, to doing it, is that they accidentally have two of the circles on top of each other. For example, in your family business or in a family business that you advise, there might be a person who's not doing a good job in their seat, and they also happen to be a family member. And usually what happens is inside of the business, people don't address that performance issue because they're afraid of what's going to happen on the family side. And that gets in the way of their ability to say, oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, phew. Woo, excuse me. I drooled a little when I sneezed. That was really disgusting. Okay. Whoa. If anybody regretted showing up before, now you're really regretting it. Okay. Hopefully you weren't regretting it at all. Okay. So usually that's the situation, right? I don't want to deal with the performance issue because, oh my gosh, this is my brother, my uncle, my family member. The greatest tool I think you can give yourself in these situations is to separate those circles and say, if this issue was happening in a business that I owned or in a business that this family that I work with, that they own, was not a family business, how would they address it? Usually that at least opens up some creativity for you and might give you a little fire in your belly to say, my goodness, then why am I doing this? And let me even back up away from the business. I like to say, often these issues in family businesses are like there's a little fire burning in the business. And if we pretend you're not running a family business, you're just owning a house as a family, most people would not let a fire burn inside of their house unless it is in a fireplace or on a birthday cake, right? So the idea here is, why would you let this fire burn inside of your business when if it were a literal fire, you would put it out, you would address it? Because what is better for everyone is to not have the house be on fire. What is truly better for everyone is to address the issues inside of your family business. It's short-term pain for long-term benefit. And I just want to give you a friendly reminder that whatever pain or issue you're not dealing with right now in your family business, while it might be painful to address it, you're also dealing with some pain right now while not addressing it. So you're trading one piece of pain for another piece of pain. And typically, addressing the issue now allows you to have significantly less pain in the future. And even though there's short-term pain, usually for many people in whatever decision you make, the long-term benefit goes way up. I'm going to give you one other example that isn't business, but it's this. When my daughter was little, she got a huge, why can't I think of the word? Sliver in her foot, under her toenail. And I believe this is true. I believed at the time, and I still think this is true. I guess I've never really checked science, but I believe that if we got that sliver out right away, it wouldn't there would not be any swelling and we could avoid going to the doctor's office and having a lot more pain. Of course, she did not want a sliver pulled from under her toenail. But I chose to sit on her to get the sliver out. It was painful, it was scary, it was not fun, but it seemed significantly better than waiting, going to a doctor, sitting in a waiting room, watching the toe get swollen, potentially losing a nail, and potentially having to sit on her in the doctor's office anyway.